All rights to the characters and storyline of Fruits Basket belong solely to its creators and copyright holders. This text is fan-created interpretation and does not claim any ownership or official affiliation with creators or distributors of Fruits Basket. All references to the characters and their development are based on the original work and are intended solely for entertainment and discussion purposes. Warning. This text contains discussion and depictions of eating disorders, which may be triggering for some readers. Please proceed with caution and prioritize your mental health. If you or someone you know is struggling with an eating disorder, help is available. Reach out to the National Eating Disorder Association, helpline at 1-800-931-2237, or visit their website at www.nationaleatingdisorder.org for support and resources. Puppet Strings, Chapter 5. Much to Tohru's dismay, Kyo insisted on taking her to Hatoru's office. As they arrived, Kyo's usually calm demeanor was replaced by visible anxiety, while Tohru appeared frail and uncharacteristically thin. Hatoru finished up with another patient, noticed them immediately, his eyes widening with concern at the sight of Kyo's frantic expression and Tohru's gaunt appearance. "I'm just finishing up. Please have a seat. I'll see you in a few moments," Hatoru said, his tone calm, but his eyes betraying his worry. In the waiting room, Tohru turned to Kyo, her voice trembling. "Kyo, please, let's just go home. I don't want to do this." Kyo knelt in front of her, looking deeply into her eyes. He gently brushed a stray lock of hair out of her face and tucked it behind her ear. "Tohru, I need you to get better. This is how we start," he said softly but firmly, his voice filled with love and determination. Tohru's eyes filled with tears, but she nodded, swallowing her fears as she clung to Kyo's hand. Moments later, Hatoru appeared in the door and ushered them into his office. Tohru's heart pounded in her chest as she followed him, her mind racing with anxiety. Hatoru conducted a thorough checkup, his movements precise and gentle. Kyo, his voice steady but his eyes filled with anguish, explained everything that had been happening over the past few weeks. Tohru remained silent, her eyes fixed on the floor, her hands clenched tightly in her lap. Hatoru listened intently, his expression growing graver by the moment. Finally, he looked up, his eyes meeting Kyo's before shifting to Tohru. "Tohru," he began gently, "it sounds like you're struggling with an eating disorder. It's treatable, but it's going to be a long and hard journey." Tohru's eyes flickered with fear and shame. She could barely bring herself to meet Hatoru's gaze. "What does recovery look like?" she whispered, her voice barely audible. Hatoru's voice was compassionate yet firm as he explained, "Recovery will involve regular therapy sessions, nutritional counseling, and a lot of support from those around you. It's crucial that you eat regularly and follow a balanced diet. There will be good days and bad days, but the important thing is that you want to get better." Tohru nodded slowly, her voice shaking as she said, I want to get better." On the way home, Tohru was unusually quiet. Kyo kept glancing at her, worry etched on his face, but he didn't push her to talk. He knew she needed time to process everything. When they arrived home, Tohru went straight upstairs and crawled into bed. Kyo watched her with a heavy heart, feeling a mixture of hope and helplessness. He stood in the doorway for a moment, watching her curl up under the blankets, looking so small and vulnerable. Kyo made a silent promise to himself as he stood there, his resolve hardening. He was going to get her better, no matter how long it took, no matter how difficult the journey would be. He was determined to see Tohru healthy and happy again. Over the next few days, Kyo immersed himself in learning everything he could about eating disorders. He read books, consulted with Hatoru, and even joined an online support group for families dealing with similar issues. He wanted to be as prepared as possible to support Tohru in her recovery. At home, he started cooking meals that were not only nutritious, but also comforting. He made a point to eat with Tohru, engage her in light, easy conversation to distract her from the anxiety that often accompanied eating. He monitored her closely, always ready to step in with encouragement when he noticed her struggling. Despite his efforts, there were still moments when Tohru found herself overwhelmed. She would sit at the table, her eyes filled with tears, unable to take a bite. During those times, Kyo would take her hand, his voice gentle but firm. "It's okay, Tohru. One bite at a time. We're in this together." Hi, my name is Angel, and I hope you like this. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe. And if you want to hear more, check out my website. Or if you want my books in an easier to read format, check out my Wattpad. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.